We just broke a huge story on the website.
Story. An
unbelievable story. Remember the Cassie video? This is Diddy beating Cassie in the hallway of the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles back in 2016. Everybody assumed this video was going to be a really important part of the federal case, even though he's not being charged for this. The prosecution wanted to play this video to the jury in the federal case. I do not think that's going to happen because CNN, according to the defense, altered this video before it aired it and has now destroyed the original.
Like I said, unbelievable. If true that original copy of that video has been destroyed, I can't even get into why it would have been destroyed. But the bottom line for the case, as you say, is if that's true, it's going to be a huge hurdle in the prosecution getting this admitted.
It's not going to get admitted, but let's get into what happened. Now, there is a joint letter that was filed today in federal court by both the prosecution and the defense regarding evidence. Now, this portion of the letter involving the Cassie video, it was the narrative is from the defense.
Right.
So let's get into what the defense is saying.
So here's what they say about the tape. They say CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage, uploaded that footage into a free editing software, altered the video, and then destroyed the original footage, even though it knew about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation.
Okay, that is breathtaking for a couple of reasons. Number one, I mean, obviously, they paid for it and then destroyed it. But between paying for it and destroying it, according to the defense at least, it was altered. They did not air the full version. They said they sped it up, they took things out of sequence.
Right.
And that's, if true, it is shocking.
The speeding up, the editing of it is not shocking.
The out of sequence.
And that can be shocking depending on what they are alleging they're trying to tell there. But again, I cannot fathom a reason that they would destroy the original. I get that you upload it and you're going to edit, and I agree with you that it seems to me the better thing to do would just air the entire thing.
Air the raw. Yeah.
But even if you do edit it, why destroy the original?
So there's more here, according to this letter.
Referring to the editing.
And this is where they explain
it. The defense says the video also includes speeding up the video to make it falsely appear that the actions in the video are taking place faster than they are. As a result, the CNN videos do not fairly and accurately depict the events in question. So I gotta say, on that part, I understand if you take it out of sequence, that can definitely change some of the narrative. And we don't know all the details as far as what was happening in that hotel room before Cassie walked out.
I think the intimation, Charles, is this. I think that there was a freak-off allegedly going on in their hotel room.
She is trying to leave.
Well, that's what you think from the video. It may be that the dispute they were having that caused Diddy to get violent the way he did not necessarily involve the freak-off, and that there might be more that would explain other things.
Because as it pertains to the federal indictment, that's what really matters.
That's
as
exactly
horrible
what matters.
And horrific as this beating is, it's not what he's on trial for. That is a state matter. And so that's the violence of the beating.
And the statute of limitations is run.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to the video and the allegations about the deletion. I really want to know, and we're going to have to hear from CNN, and they will be called to testify.
By the way, we've reached out to them. We haven't heard yet.
So eventually they'll be called to testify, and in that, they're going to have to talk about what was on that video originally. It could be that the original had, remember, this is hallway surveillance, a static camera in the hallway. So it could very well be that there was 10 minutes or 15 minutes of just static hallway footage beforehand. There's no reason why they deleted the original. That is inexcusable.
What my information is that the Intercontinental Hotel, it was in Century City. They closed that down, and it's a new hotel now. So there's nothing that anybody can go
You're not going back to any server.
No.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I guess the point I'm making is that, so they have, let's call it 5 minutes of video CNN that they aired. And there's an allegation that they've taken it out of order and they've sped up what we saw on television when CNN played it. I just wonder if CNN still has the original of what they played before they edited it. They clearly have destroyed the original. I just wonder what they still have. If, to your point, Harvey, they have taken that and they have forever altered it so that it can't be recreated and puzzled together, that is a death knell to the tape and to the potentially the prosecution.
We should explain. I want to get too legal, Jason, but every lawyer learns this in first-year law school. It's called the best evidence rule, that you are looking for the best evidence, which is the unedited version. If there's an edited version, it's inconceivable to me that a judge would allow that in before a jury, because it doesn't necessarily represent the actual events, even though you could argue, well, it basically does not good enough under the best evidence rule. You have to have the full, unfiltered, unedited version of it.
And so if the judge knows that there is, and by that point, by the time the trial starts, CNN certainly will have to answer to the judge, if to no one else, if not to their audience, why they would have destroyed this. But if the judge knows that there actually is more video that we're not going to see, you're right. I don't know how the judge would allow this.
It's just really
and if that
it's
video
basic
doesn't,
law.